Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today we're going to review a few more players from the LA Kings before the next season starts, and how well they did last season, or how well they did not do. So for starters, we'll start off with third line defense, Sean Walker. He got 70 games in this season, as well as 3 goals, 10 assists for 13 points. And he had a -3 on the season. Again, just pretty much he's a standard, like maybe he's standard to below average NHL defenseman, but he has been basically hindered with injuries. He has suffered a lot of injuries in his career. He's been shot in the face with a puck. I think he had torn ACL and everything, his legs, just a lot of injuries that just caused him a lot of downtime, and I think that definitely has been a detriment to his game, in which he can't even play as many times as he wants to. So over the past few years, it's just been rough for him, and unfortunately his stats are reflecting that. His 36 penalty minutes, I don't think he ever fought, so that's 18 minor penalties. It's not good, especially for your third line pair. You don't want your defenseman taking penalties in the first place, just because you only got 6 of them in a game, and if one goes down, that's just a huge detriment to the team, as far as not just PK but playing even strength as well. So bottom line, it just didn't look good. This wasn't his season. Definitely was one of his worst, in my opinion, as far as overall play. Nothing good, nothing super horrible though. That's what I'm saying. Like he's just a straight up average NHL player. So unfortunately, it didn't work out, and he got the boot. So the Kings have been have a plethora of right D, especially good right D. And we had Dursey, Dowdy, we have Walker, we have Brant Clark coming up, we have Matt Roy, so Jordan Spence. We got all these right D who are really good. So obviously we had to get rid of a few. And Walker got the boot this past summer. He went to the Flyers as part of a trade. And like I mentioned before, Dursey was also traded to Arizona. So unfortunately, he had to leave the team. And I know my family liked Walker, and he's just a good guy, overall. But when you don't produce, you kind of get the boot. So unfortunately, that's what happened, and we wish him all the best in Philadelphia. Moving on, Rasmus Kupari, a forward, fourth line center specifically. He's basically one of those guys that we drafted and just didn't turn out the way we wanted him to. I mean, he was drafted in the first round, 20th overall. I mean, you're expecting this guy to be one of your more stellar type players, and even when he was drafted, I was expecting him to be, at least a second liner. But unfortunately, that's not the way it turned out. Just to reinforce that, he was drafted in 2018, so it's 2023 now. He's had time to either develop and or improve his game, and I don't think he's done that. And unfortunately, that's kind of like the way that Byfield's going, except Byfield was second overall instead of 20th, right? So unfortunately, these guys aren't just not panning out. Wasted all of our draft years, right? We do look like a strong team in general, but it's guys like this that we need to step up and play better. And unfortunately, Kupari didn't really do that. This season, he got 66 games in, 3 goals, 12 assists. Again, only 15 points. I mean, that's only 2 more points than Walker, and Kupari's, supposed to be a forward. It's not really good. He also had a -5, which is really bad. A lot of times I always saw him on the ice just not playing good. Again, fourth line center, right? So, and sometimes wing, just wasn't really getting on the forecheck enough. Not playing good defense. It just wasn't, his season. And then penalties. I think he's really disciplined. Only took 12 penalty minutes in total. So he is a disciplined player, but again, we need a little bit more aggressiveness, and I think, penalties come with it if you have to, but, it is what it is. He only got 10 minutes of time on ice, and playing fourth line, obviously he's not going to get, like, the most opportunities to shine, but again, Lizotte played fourth line and third line, for most of his career, and look how good he's doing. I mean, we see the results from Lizotte, who is a small guy. I'm pretty sure no one has an excuse on the team to not play as good as anyone else does, right? So, unfortunately, I didn't see the work ever from Kupari, and I think the Kings organization saw that too. I mean, we wasted 5 years on him, and he's gone now. So he was part of the trade for Dubois, and he is now in Winnipeg. He's projected to be their fourth line center as well, so wish him all the best of luck there. The only thing good I will have to say is he had a really good face-off percentage. Playing fourth line center, he had a 54.6%. That's really good. I mean, he only took like 200 plus, just over 200 face-offs, but for your fourth line, absolutely stellar. Like I said, I think I said in previous videos, the Kings had really good face-offs throughout the entire lineup. So I'm expecting the same thing this year. Like I said before, Kopi, Dubois, Deneau, and Lizotte as your 4 straight centers. I think we're going to be really good in the face-off dot and should be a really good season going forward. And unfortunately, Kupari's not part of it, so it is what it is. But we got to move on. So wish him all the best. And then last but not least, we have the newest member of the team, Vladislav Gavrikov. Came over from the Blue Jackets. 20 games played with the Kings. He got 3 goals and 6 assists for 9 points and a plus 12 weighting, which is really high. So that was really good. And he only took 8 total penalty minutes, so 4 minors. Really, really good. Got shorthanded goal, so he's not afraid to get up and on the play. And 21:06 time on ice. He played a lot of minutes. Once he came to the team, he was projected to be starting with Roy on the left side, and they moved Jersey down to the third, which unfortunately reflects how hard it is to move from D partner to D partner. Because when they did that, they put Jersey with Roy or with Walker or Edler, and unfortunately, I don't think that chemistry ever worked out. So that's why I think Jersey ended up starting to fail after Gavrikov came to the team. I definitely think Jersey should have stayed with Roy, but unfortunately, the Kings didn't want it that way, and the rest is history. So as far as Gavrikov is concerned, I didn't expect him to do good. Honestly, I didn't think we needed him. I didn't think he was going to play anything above just average, but he did really good. He did above average for me, and he proved me wrong. He definitely showed a lot of defense, showed a lot of offense. He played amazing neutral zone forecheck. I thought, great. He did his job perfectly, and coming into the Kings, I thought he was going to falter, but he got the gameplay right away, and he was a decent partner for Roy. I mean, in doing so, both of them could be both more offensive and defensive. They played playing with Roy, who I mentioned was the most balanced defenseman on the team. It just worked perfectly, and unfortunately for Jersey, he got sent down to the third line, but I thought this was a perfect second line pair, and hopefully going forward into this next season, because he just signed another contract, hopefully it still works. I really do hope it works. Now, as far as the contract is concerned, 2 years for 11.75 mil. That's just below 6 mil average. I think he's too expensive. I do. If this guy was like a 10 goal scorer and like getting like 35 plus points every season, okay, I'd say okay. But just below 6 mil each year, I don't see it. I don't think he's going to do as good as he did, but again, it's another one of those moments where, just like Fiala, come in, prove me wrong again, and make sure that I misjudge you and you contribute to the team. So going into this year, I have a lot of expectations for people like Gavrikov, and hopefully they prove me wrong. They do end up becoming one of our top Ds. I mean, he's playing the top 4, right? Not the top 6. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, overall, all these guys, they come in, they go. They're not like your franchise style player, so I'm not expecting much. But again, like I've mentioned before, everybody has to contribute in all aspects of the game, and I don't think Walker and Kupari did that. Gavrikov did. So hopefully, they improve in their games going into their new respective teams, and hopefully Gavrikov improves on his game as well, or stays at least relatively the same, if not better. So That's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, comment down below if you agree or disagree with what I had to say, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to keep up with the other LA Kings player reviews as well as any other content. Again, we're going through the whole team and before the preseason starts, which will be coming this weekend. And yeah, that's it. So have a good day. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.